Welcome to Kollecting Kaos. My name is James, and this is episode 9 of my Cisco Kid number 15 series of videos. And on this video, we're going to start working on the cover. But let's take a look at it. Now I have it on a piece of whiteboard. It's a piece of poster board actually, thick stock poster board, so that I can take a look at it. And as you can see, it's getting worse instead of better. But I think we can fix it. We have this big hole here. Of course, the spine is split now. And I have some decisions I need to make during the course of working on it. One of which is, do I want to fill this with pulp? Or do I want to fill it like that? And now, of course, I would cut this down for the minimum amount. So I don't know which way I want to go with that yet. I'll figure it out as I go along. If I do it, if I fill it with that piece that I've printed out, that takes it out of the realm of conservation and into the realm of restoration. So that's something I have to think about, and which way I want to go. If you have ideas on that, go ahead and let me know down below. Tell me what you think. But I think to start with, we're going to take the actual cover, the front cover, off to the side. And I'm going to work on the back cover first. And the reason for that is the back cover is folded over slightly. So it needs to be flattened out, and I can't flatten it out just by pulling it off to the side because the paper is a little brittle. So how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to show you. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this puppy pad that I have used many times before, as you can see. Then I'm going to take my cutting board that I use for comics, put a piece of Kollecting down, and then put this on top of it. And now I'm going to restart the video. And the reason for that is, well, I'm gonna turn it off, and I need to go get something, and then I'll turn it back on again. So what is it that I had to go get? Well, I'm going to show you. I wanted to get my bone folder, and this little piece of equipment here. This is actually a sticker removal tool, but I think it's perfect for getting up underneath these and then bringing them down. So how am I going to do all of that? Well, and why did I put down the puppy pad? Well, water. I'm going to spray it with water. Need to get it, and I need to let it sit for a couple of seconds so it'll soak in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm very gently going to push these over. Unfortunately, and hopefully I don't break them off, which is why I got them wet first. Yeah, see, that one's breaking loose. That's okay. This one's going to break loose also. I still need to flip it over though. Yeah, it's going to break loose also. Yeah, that was real brittle, but hopefully it'll survive long enough for me to put some for me to put it together. Now that I've got that done, we will. Did I bring another piece of Kollecting? I was supposed to. Of course I didn't. All right. Put this down. I'm going to go ahead and spray it again. No soap on it. I will use soap eventually, but not yet. And if you see, it's getting yellow off to the side here. Those are the acids coming out of the paper already, just from plain water. I'm going to flip it over. Yeah, you can see where that's breaking away. We're going to spray it a little bit here on the back side, so I can do a little more squeegeeing. And this part I love. I can do the whole thing. Right off the side and onto the puppy pad. Now I'm going to go back the other way. Give me a couple of pieces of paper towel. And we're going to dry it. Now I'll do the same thing to the front cover, and then I'll match them together as close as I can, and that's when I'll use the soap and start cleaning them as a single unit. Okay, as you can see, the cover's already wet because I went ahead and sprayed it down. And then I realized, wait a minute, I haven't started recording yet. And I squeegeed part of it already. So let me spray it again. We'll go through this whole process again. It's not a big deal. And take this, put it down. There we go. And then we'll take our squeegee after we get it a little more wet. We'll see if we can't get any more of that acid out of the paper. If you take a look at the side here, you'll see that's all wet, and that's from where I did it before. And I'm going to do this real quick. I'm not going to go through it like I did before and explain everything I did before, because I've kind of done that before. Just pulling the water out that I just sprayed on it. I did this already. The paper towels are already wet. Like I said, I did the whole thing and then realized I hadn't recorded it. So I'm just doing this so you know what I went through, or have an idea what I went through. Put that paper towel back down there. Put this on here. Flip the whole thing over. Pretty wet still. We'll have to cut some more Kollecting. That is coming apart. Take this other paper towel, which is kind of wet, but it still has some dry spots on it, so it'll still pick up some paper. And if you notice a little yellow tint to the paper towel, that's where it was picking up acid from the cover, not of the back wrap, but from this one, because like I said, I did this all before. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put it in my press, and if you want to know why I'm doing this to the front cover, no, it doesn't really need it. It's because I did this with the back cover. When you're doing separate covers like that, it's kind of like a mathematical equation. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other, because if you don't, you're going to end up with a mismatch on the paper. So that's why I'm doing this and doing it separately. And of course, there was a fold on the corner that broke off, and then that corner also had a fold on it. Well, as soon as I sprayed it with the water, that corner lifted up, that fold lifted up, and I was able to push it down. So hopefully that'll be all right. I'll probably end up using some Tingujo paper on that. I don't know how I'm going to put these two pieces together yet. We'll get to that point when we get to that point. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something maybe, or saw me using a little bit of a different process than you're used to. I've got a lot of different ways I do stuff, and I'm trying to show you as many as I can. So, have yourself a great weekend. See you next week. Don't forget, I do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I try to drop videos, and I do a Wednesday night live stream. Don't have a lot of people on the live stream all the time, but hopefully I will. This next week, I'm going to... I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to show some comic books, I know that. And I'm going to be going and maybe checking out the thrift store, see if I can find anything worth buying. So, there you go. That's it for this video. Hope you have a great weekend. And like I said, see you next week. Bye! Welcome to Kollecting Kaos. My name is James, and this is episode 8. I hope. Or is it 9? I don't remember what episode this is. So, hey, I just don't remember. I've done so many of them now. Yeah, this is a Cisco Kid, of course. And we're going to start working on the cover today.